Foster hangs in the air, pitch to the corner, the triple, around and out. On the stick back, the first made basket.
Stuff is dunk.
Here comes Flagg and throwing it down. Here comes Cooper Flagg with a full head of steam. Likes the matchup, backing down.
Big time.
Well, when you've got Kelentines at 6'3",
because he's trailing the play oftentimes. And like you said, Doug, he got the matchup. Nobody comes over to help.
Clayton keeps the dribble. Dribbins pass knocked away. Here comes Cooper Flagg, flying high.
And that's what he does best. He is a deflection master.
In practice, more than twice as many deflections as any of his teammates. Cooper Flagg on the receiving end.
Really fast. And when you got that guy to catch lobs.
Foul came on Lachkowski. Number 32 came in after the strip away. Flagg. Yes! 7 for the freshman. Knippel dumps it off. Flagg misses the layup. Keeps it alive to himself and puts it in, plus the foul.
Good drop off there. Doesn't get the finish, stays with it. That's his swag. You know, the way he competes, the way he gets after it. That's his bravado. He's not going to say a lot.
He's still shooting over 70% from 3 with that miss.
Flagg driving on Brea, and that's going to go. Tipped away by Proctor. Knippel, and Flagg caught up to him. Flagg for 3. Yes!
Kentucky's defense has been at a different level in the second half as opposed to the first. There's the switch.
Count the basket for Flagg.
And wound up getting his arms right into that shot, but Cooper Flagg still strong enough to finish that play. What a big-time play by the 17-year-old.
Experience, absolutely, but the fact that he wanted the ball in that situation is one of the most important things.
Flagg patiently steps in to score his first points.
I'm sure they should live stream that too. That's the market for it.
The Brotherhood of Towel Wipers. Flagg, 3 points and a half. Long 2 is good.
That's really it. Rarely do we run a play to score anymore. If anything, that's just bad defense.
Flagg with a late recovery and the rejection on Bailey.
So that's why I say that's what separates teams. The teams that are able to expose your defense by getting through all your options and having to counter for whatever you take away.
Now with it for Duke.
And that's what it's going to take for Duke is 5 guys on the defensive glass every possession.
Nice kick from Proctor to Flagg, and he'll knock down the 3. Malik Brown, Sion James both into the game. Flagg with a steal. Shovel past Proctor, his second 3 of the night. And he's bodying up on Flagg, and Flagg will win the battle. Flagg now with Jaden Bradley on him. Slipped a little on the drive, still finished.
Well, that's where the size.
Flagg into the paint, slams it. And it's now a 13-point lead for the Blue Devils.
Elbow area, gets a little ball screen, gives a little hezzy to Henry Vasar and blows right by him to get to the rim.
Getting louder by the moment. Flagg up and in. What a play by Cooper Flagg.
Arizona does all that work and they just can't corral the defensive board. Great rebound by Malik Brown.
13th offensive rebound for Duke tonight. Flagg knocks down the turnaround. His big night continues. Good look by Knippel to Flagg. Up and in. Another bucket for Cooper Flagg.
Same play now. Here comes Flagg. 2-man pick and roll.
The roll! Oh! Right over Badunga!
It's been Knippel, Flagg, middle of the court, and take a look at Cooper take off.
Seconds on the shot clock. We're way out top. Here's Flagg. There's a flush. Nice job by Knippel.
But he comes in to make an impact.
James rips it away. Down the court for Flagg.
and an open side, taking advantage of the overplay with a quick backdoor.
Cooper Flagg on the drive, up and in, and a chance for three.
The defense is expecting it. They're trying to block out, expecting it to hit the rim.
Flagg gets a piece of the paint. By the way, that last foul was on Proctor. It is his third. He's still in the game. Flagg, a size advantage, and he just bullies Jones. Foster with a broom on him. Tries to drive him, picks up his dribble. 3 to shoot. Flagg hits it. That's his 4th made 3 of the night. Flagg slips. Got back to his feet. Leans in and hits.
That's unbelievable.
He's limping on his way back down the floor.
Understanding how to play is key, but understanding how to play together and learning the dynamics, it's important.
Flagg, first touch in the paint. Flagg up and under.
Tough shots, and somehow he gets them to go.
Flagg on the ground after contact. Knipple trapped. Finds Flagg for 3. Bang!
But I think people get what I'm saying. Like,
I do.
yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Here's Flagg.
There he is.
First time on the floor.
Which, by the way, there's a lot of.
Yes, there are. Flagg. No, and the putback jam. We have to be sharp from the jump tonight. How about a 3 from Flagg to start? Tough floater, left it short. Numbers for Duke.
The pull-up jumper, yes. Floater, not so much.
Flagg for 3.
They didn't win They didn't win the conference tournament. I don't know that they get in.
Haynes is sent away by Cooper Flagg. He wanted a goaltend, but they are not going to give it to him.
That's a really good defensive play by Flagg. He just waits on him, and that ball looked like it was still going up. But Haynes had a mismatch inside, and he's trying to use it. And when Haynes gets the ball in there.
Back to Flagg, and he is taking over. Picked off by O'Connor. Tippy towing the sideline. Thunderous.
I mean, Flagg comes in on the season shooting only 22% from beyond the arc. He makes that one.
Terry loses control to Proctor. Here is Flagg on the run. And the stop.
There's just nothing you can do with him in the open court. I mean, when they get turnovers and going that way.
Brown for Flagg. Got a screen from Isaiah Evans and hit a 3.
That's what they're looking for. But
Malawaj just right over the top of Mutombo. And then nobody guards Cooper Flagg.
well, we know he can do that. Big guy's just such a difference maker. He just really.
That was a great job by Hammond to drop 2 defenders and leave Lawal alone.
Quick pass, Flagg, the catch, dunk, and foul on Lawal. Or rather, Proctor off the miss. Here's Flagg now. Oh my, catch. Nice dribble, back in, layup, good.
And so it took a tremendous effort by Burnham to get the 2 points.
Flagg working against Burnham. Takes him on the dribble with the left hand and scores. He walked out of Duke.
He looks like he can give you about 15 minutes to probably get you 10 to 12 points.
Here's Flagg, little fadeaway, and nothing but net. He has 4.
Mixed up their coverages from man to zone. They're flaring out, being a little bit more physical, a little bit more help. That last time you see Cooper Flagg, that's one of the things we talked about him in the open.
Here's James. And there's Flagg wide open. Man, is that a stroke. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
And then he flexed on him a little bit. And that's again, when you look at his height and how he handles.
He's going to go to the rack, dribbled it off his foot. And here's Flagg for 3. Wow, what a game he's having, and he felt like he was fouled.
playing the 4 years for him, but spent 7 years beside him as an assistant coach.
Ball flip to Duke. Here's Flagg. Good look and swishes in a triple. Remaining here in the first half. Bounce speed Flagg with a left hand. Yes.
You often hear the screener.
Flagg on the attack. Look at the slam! And a foul! Oh, my! Yikes.
Stand to rebound before they leave.
And Burton listed at 6 foot, might be closer to 5'10", dealing with a lot of size. Flagg for 3, and what a start for the Blue Devils.
They're showing bodies, so Notre Dame's seeing bodies instead of open court.
A good look in the corner for Flagg, and the 4th made 3 of the game.
Tyrese Proctor getting a piece of the paint, drawing 2 defenders and then kicking it out.
Boy, patient and unselfish.
What a pass.
Yes, this is terrific offense by the Blue Devils.
Look at this play. You thought he was going to lob it up, and that drew Kebajai off the corner. And just a terrific read.
He has wanted it to go this far. Flagg over Davis for the bucket.
Toward the baseline, toward the corner more than toward the basket. Can't foul there.
Flagg driving on Davis and scores over him. Ejected by Malawach. Flagg for 3. His 4th of the game. Burton switches on to Flagg. Flagg gets into the paint and makes it look easy.
Flagg a 3. Rattles in. Well, now you see all those wins and all those NCAA tournament appearances. Kick out Flagg a 3 from the front is good.
And Sion James attacking the paint. Cooper Flagg doing a great job relocating to the spot as we see.
Flagg wants the ball, goes in strong for 2. No one was going to stop that one. Points a game last year, so coming in, he hasn't really been able to get his scoring touch going. As Cooper Flagg has absolutely gotten it going now. Coop channeling his inner JT for the bucket, the hoop, the hard. Here's Evans with another look. And a second effort, Gunn but keeping it alive. Flagg slicing in for the slam. From St. Bonaventure. Cooper Flagg with a touch, spins and gets 2. That's too easy. Proctor thought about it. Zone defensively from BC. Flagg slams it in. But you just see this making himself available, finding the open spot, and of course, when he catches that close to the rim, he knows how to finish. An exciting dunker. Evans again. Operating inside and Benning with the block. Flagg from 3. Yes. And the legend will be back courtside soon enough. Here comes Flagg on the drive with the left hand. He is 0 for 2 shooting it in the early going. James off to Flagg. Yes, that's 2.
It's an interesting lineup.
Flagg sliding in, banks it in, and he'll be headed to the line.
And you stay on the opposite side. Flagg is patient enough to make sure defense vacates.
Trying to keep that run alive, too. So much on the line here today. Cooper Flagg penetrates and stuffs it with 2 hands. And now Duke with their backs up against it here in the first half, trailing 35-24. Flagg, nice dish downstairs for the stuff. Hill looking for a triple. The save goes back to Flagg. Flagg on the attack, slams it down! Not tonight. Cooper Flagg looking to answer. Yes! And a foul as well. Flagg making a move to his left. Spins left, and it goes.
Flagg. Yes. Flagg down to the board. Boy, a lot of tough shots for North Carolina. Flagg will try a 3 and hit.
Going 5 out, really spreading the floor against North Carolina for this last possession.
Flagg defended by Davis. Got a big size advantage. Tough turnaround. Goes. 2 in the dying seconds of the half. Duke up 22. John Shire with just 6.
On the defensive end. And after the miss, Carolina's going to be back to man-to-man.
Flagg wide open. Hits the 3.
3 for 5.
Cooper Flagg has not gotten a shot off in this game as of yet. First one.
And he rattles it home. Flagg will go to work on Davis. And the flip is good for Cooper Flagg.
Under a minute here at Clemson. Stolen away by Cooper Flagg. And Flagg ahead of the field slams it with 2 hands.
I learned from UB. He's a Jersey guy, the Jersey boys. Forcello, Adebayo, UB Brown. You know, right now it becomes Cooper Flagg time. Whether it's a pass or whether it's a jump shot.
Flagg gets it up there and hits it, a triple.
Laid the groundwork by saying you're not going to be.
And well, then you were. I'm making one exception.
Biased, by the way.
I'm allowed one exception.
Here's Flagg on the drive.
He's going to make an open one.
You're going based upon his last name.
Yes.
Here's Flagg, a dunk.
They just don't give you anything easy.
Cooper through traffic and one.
And playing games and being away from home, I think it's just too hard.
And I think the ACC can help by eliminating at least one of those trips as we see Cooper Flagg go to the turnaround. So you got to play somebody.
Yeah, they're trying to cut back on the ACC.
Here's steal by Flagg and the open floor.
Hey!
Oh!
I'm putting this one at #1. My young fella with a little showtime on this one. Even a smile on the way back. Recognizing his own work. Cooper Flagg showing off here at home.
Wisconsin played Wisconsin Lutheran High School under an undefeated season. Got younger brothers. Uh-oh. Give it back.
Flagg to Knipple over the top. And Flagg with a stop.
This is the way Red Auerbach designed it. When you talk about the fast break, the ball doesn't touch the floor.
Yep.
Great passing. You throw it up, allowing your superstar to be able to go up.
Whittle that down, 5 or 6 seconds. Flagg on the drive, puts the shoulder down, backs it in. His first bucket, and puts Duke on the board.
To stop Duke on this end of the floor, that's the problem. And again, it's not as though really anyone's been able to do it as Cooper goes to that left hand once again. Where Buchanan didn't get the finish, and then Saunders doesn't get the finish. Those are 2 opportunities you had to cut into the lead.
Flagg going to, after his own miss, will turn and fire and swishes it in. Not 1, but 2.
Yes.
A big man and a point guard. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Flagg dumping it downstairs in a slang. What a great school it is. An absolutely gorgeous campus.
So, Obi, this is where I got to correct you on that one. All right.
Not a campus, right?
Ah, see? I think we have the most beautiful ground.
Flagg snatching down that rebound with one hand. Deflected. Loose. Squirts out. Flagg to the cup. Hands in the air. Makes it down. Humrick out. Ball stolen. Here's Flagg. Here comes Jay Tate. Wham! With the right hand.
And that's, I think, where some conditioning with eventual pieces and not having this electric.
9-0 run to start the second half.
You know what the good teams do? The great teams, they make you pay when you don't convert on the offensive end.
Flagg off the bounce. Bump fake off the window softly and one. Flagg. Pull up 3. Con Knipple hit his first shot. Who does he go right back to? Con Knipple. That's maturity right there.
18 years old with maybe the highest IQ in the nation among basketball players. Knipple fading away, left it short. Offensive rebound to Malawaj. Flagg driving. Flagg determined to get to the basket.
About the reality of college basketball, that it's year to year in so many ways. I mean, you see the banner 2023, that was just 2 years ago. This is the Final Four team. And now,
for a bad miss by Bethea. Flagg driving. Flagg fouled. Flagg finishes.
It's exactly how Leonard Hamilton likes his team to play. Make this game a bit of a mess and you'll have success, but only if you stop Cooper Flagg.
Ahead for James.
Sion trying to get it to Cooper, does. Strong against Nitu. Second field goal for the freshman.
Every time down, and they have their hands all over him.
Working against Maluk, and Flagg scores off the glass. Teams are in the 1-1, and Duke by 26. And here goes Flagg. Yes, sir. Isaiah Evans has got 17 now. And Cooper Flagg with the steal. And here he goes. Lay it up.
My gosh. Early this year, and they had Hunter Silas primarily at the point guard position.
Flagg wide open for a triple. He's hitting 38%. Malawash have to lift, and that one well short. Flagg picks it off to the other side of the iron for two. 42-35. Wade trying to make a game of it. Flagg slamming on the brakes. Off balance to hit the shot.
And that win for the Cavaliers over the Portland Trailblazers in overtime.
Flagg sizes one up. And yes, knocks down a three. Give him 20. Running their basketball program.
And she is the first general manager in college basketball.
The nipple switches on to Cadeau. Behind the back, the force, and it's off the side of the backboard.
That is not what Carolina wants.
It gets Duke out in transition, and Flagg flushes it.
Yeah, the great pass, and when you try to block that shot, that opened up the offensive glass for Cooper Flagg.
Lipscomb, he left it out there. Proctor steps in front. Proctor to Flagg. Layup goes and one.
Not the kind of a start you need.
Yeah, well, Duke's coming out with force defensively, forcing turnovers, and that length, getting in the passing lane.
Cordelia will send denied by Flagg. Adebayo loses it. Foster ahead for Flagg. Give it up. Proctor back for Flagg, and the lay-in goes.
No question about it, but still competing.
Trying to get it inside. James kick. The Flagg jumper is silky smooth.
Foul line was wide open.
Using that size, it's Cooper Flagg. How are you going to guard him at 6'9" against Edgecombe?
He knows he's got the size.
Back in. Edgecombe trying to get in there. Floater good and a foul. Jump shot. It's smooth.
And nobody got out on it. And two forwards with a ball screen.
Flagg wants to go one-on-one with O'Meara, and he does for two.
And Flagg called for O'Meara right there, wanted that matchup.
Open shots like this, you got to knock them in.
Can't leave Cooper Flagg. Del Orso. So those were the two that picked up the double foul. We thank Keith Kimball for coming over here and explaining it. Two-man game here with Brown. And Brown to Flagg. Flagg to the basket. Patient, able to score it. Flagg spins to the middle. Flagg knocks it in. Martinez continues. Now Flagg drives it. Flagg lays it in. 11 of 13 from the line now. 11 points for Arizona. They're down one. Flagg got to take it over here and a jump shot.
Be starring. And that's what Cooper Flagg is doing right now. The beautiful spin move, the gathered.
Short. Offensive rebound. No, secured by Gillis and Duke. Flagg pushing, looks at the clock, fires a three. Down it goes. Cooper Flagg beats the buzzer at the end of the first half.
I tell you what.
Flagg splits it. No look. James in the corner, wide open. Cash. All set up by Flagg. Duke coming out of a cannon here in the second half. They're up 12.
When all the shine was on Cooper Flagg. That just shows how good Tom Knipple is.
Flagg again! Special player right here. Little look to the left. Facer thinks the lob's coming on the other side of the basket.
4 possessions. And it's just this end of the court right here, Brian.
Cooper Flagg, three-pointer's good. Here come the Cats. KJ Lewis puts it up. Cooper Flagg. Put a block on the list, too. His third.
Remember I talked about the motor? Hustling back and not giving up on the play, assuming that.
Highly anticipated matchup. Crowd on its feet and buzzing here at Prudential Center. And Cooper Flagg opens up the score. He's a key defender off the bench. And there is Flagg running the floor. Nelson late clock. And Flagg brings high to get the rebound. Yeah, that's just the mom side of the family. As Flagg gets inside, lays it in.
Stronger guards that are guarding Mark Sears that can stay with him. And when he gets a head down, he's still going into traffic. And speaking of which, Cooper Flagg is one of the best at this. Weak side.
9 seconds separating shot and game. Flagg drives, hangs and scores with a foul. The body control of Cooper Flagg.
Youngblood is supposed to switch that, according to how they're playing it. With no switch.
Cooper Flagg with Sears on him. 2 first-team All-Americas going at it. Flagg with 3 to shoot. Flagg up and over Sears. Too tall. Of their defensive game here tonight. You hold an Alabama team at this point to 58 points. You've done something special. Top scoring team in the country is Flagg. A flurry of moves.
Half-court set, Knipple.
First time they ran the stagger.
Flagg, 3, bottom.
And that's the part of the game where he has improved.
Flagg turns on the Jets, takes it in for the chair.
A nice read, maybe a better move.
Look at the hustle. Rebounded by Arsenault. Circles, and it's blocked by Flagg. Flagg. He's one-on-one with Roberts. Flagg, head and shoulder fake. Flagg, nice pass. Drops it inside for Brown. A perfect dime. Flagg, one-on-one with Roberts. Flagg the drive, and Flagg could not bank it in. Malowacz keeps it alive. Somehow it ends up in Flagg's hand. And it goes! Turnovers for Houston, just 2 for Duke. Flagg, spin, fake, lefty, good, and a foul.
His high percentage with that left hand is extraordinary.
It's Proctor for Flagg. Count it.
Nice pass. The dribble drive.
Absolutely. Flagg with a head of steam.
Look at the strength.
Leans in and puts it off the